Hello everyone, I'm Anas Al-Ubaidi, and now we have the sixth session or the sixth video from chapter 8 from the whole curriculum of the AMSLC course, certification course, or Advanced Medical Science Liaison MSL, and Medical Monitor certification course by the CCRPS. So, as this session is part of chapter 8, which is about the foundations of medical monitoring, and this session is covering particularly the topic of the legal, ethical standards and application of 21 CFR Part 11. And CFR stands for Code for Federal Regulations or Code of Federal Regulations. Introduction about the topic. As 21 CFR, which refers to Code for Federal Regulations, Part 11 is a pivotal regulation introduced by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, which stands for FDA in USA, to establish the criteria by which electronic records and electronic signatures are considered as reliable and legal equivalent to paper records and handwritten signatures. So, very simple explanation about Part 11 of the 21 CFR that was introduced by the US FDA, which established the criteria of making the electronic signatures and electronic records equivalent to the paper ones. This regulatory framework is widely applied in clinical research and other FDA regulated industries to safeguard the integrity, security, and authenticity of digital systems. So, to make the electronic systems has the electronic system having the same integrity, security, and authenticity as how these are applied in the paper ones, in the paper systems or the paperwise systems or paperwise work. So, meaning that the electronic systems would have the same integrity, security, and authenticity that are being applied in the paper ones. It applies a crucial role in addressing the growing reliance on electronic systems and ensuring compliance with legal and ethical obligations. Reason for that, because now almost everybody in research, all the professionals, all the sites, all the CROs and sponsors, changing completely the system into electronic. That's why the need for such regulation or such criteria to be established is necessary. The significance of 21 CFR Part 11 lies in its ability to promote trust in electronic data, enabling organizations to move away from paper records without compromising on reliability or security. Meaning changing away from the paper records, from the paperwise work, with alongside keeping the same reliability and or security. This is particularly important in clinical research, where the accuracy of data directly impacts patient safety and regulatory decision making. By defining robust standards for data control, access, and tracking, 21 CFR Part 11 ensures both compliance with ethical principles such as participant privacy and adherence to legal obligations relating to data integrity. However, compliance with 21 CFR Part 11 is not without challenges. Again, as any implementation application in any aspect of research, there will be always a face for challenges. There will be always facing for challenges. Organizations often face barriers such as high implementation costs, the need for constant system updates to meet evolving standards, and a lack of awareness among staff. Those are the challenges. Now, on the other hand, advancements such as cloud based document management, AI driven risk assessments, and blockchain enabled audit trails are helping lower compliance obstacles and enhance operational efficiency. So, we can say, on the other hand, these are the advancements or examples of advancements that recently have been applied in order to face the challenges. The key points about the topic. Now we'll start with number one, legal and ethical standards of 21 CFR Part 11. Despite of the order, we'll start A with legal standards. Also, despite of the order, we'll start number one with data integrity. So ensures that electronic records are accurate, complete, unaltered throughout their life cycle. Whose life cycle? The data. Example. Adverse event data, AE data, from a clinical trial is securely stored and cannot be modified without leaving an audit trail, ensuring reliability during FDA inspections. 2. Validation of systems. Systems used for managing electronic records, or e-records for short, must be validated to confirm they perform as intended. As for an example, validation of an electronic data capture, EDC, or ECRF, electronic case report form system, ensures it flags incomplete or inconsistent data automatically, preventing entry errors. Rule-based access control. Only authorized personnel should have access to specific functions of electronic systems. So having the electronic system available, also part of the integrity, part of the accuracy is to make sure only authorized personnel, only authorized professionals or individuals having the access to such system. Example, clinical monitors have exclusive rights to review and edit trial site data, while other staff may only view or log information. So even the level of the accessibility for the professionals and research will be different. Electronic signatures establish criteria for unique, attributable, and secure electronic signatures. As for an example, principal investigators, or PIs for short, use encrypted digital signatures to approve protocol amendments, legally binding their identity to the document. B here will come into ethical standards. We'll start, despite of the order, with the transparency as number one. An audit trail must be maintained for every change in electronic records to ensure transparency in data handling. As for example, an FDA audit reviews all adjustments made to clinical trial records. Each modification is time-stamped and associated with the responsible individual. So the blockchain, the audit trail system, it is very accurate in reflecting and showing the data that is being changed or modified or corrected, how it started and how it ended. And in the meanwhile, through the changing process or modification process, the timing, the timestamp, stamps, the timing, and the professionals who were involved in the process of changing or correcting or modifying the data. Number two, participant privacy, compliance with regulations such as HIPAA, which is the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, and GDPR, which stands for General Data Protection Regulation. HIPAA in USA, GDPR in EU, European Union, is mandatory for protecting patient confidentiality. As for example, patient data is de-identified prior to being shared within multinational trusts to ensure privacy and compliance with both US, United States, and European Union regulations. Accountability. Number one, all stakeholders in clinical trials must uphold the integrity of electronic records to maintain trust in the trial outcomes, as for example, or electronic signatures linked to specific users prevent unauthorized approvals or data falsification, enhancing accountability in regulatory submissions. So here, a nice diagram that summarizes the legal standards as of in data integrity, ensures accuracy and completeness of records, validation of systems, confirms systems perform as intended, and rule-based access control limits access to authorized personnel only. Number two, um, application of 21 CFR Part 11 in clinical research. Despite of the order, we'll start with A, electronic records management, ERM for short. Now, electronic records management ensures that all clinical trial records submitted to the FDA comply with 21 CFR Part 11, with 21 CFR Part 11's legal and ethical requirements. As of an example, clinical study reports are generated using validated systems to ensure reliability for FDA new drug application, NDA submissions. B. Audit trails. Tracks all additions, deletions, or changes made to electronic records and identifies responsible users. Example, monitoring system logs and pharmacokinetic studies can track modifications to adverse event data entries. C. Electronic signatures or e-signatures provide secure validation of identity for trial-related approvals and certifications. Example, sponsor representatives digitally sign site authorizations during the trial initiation process, eliminating paper-based methods. D. Validation processes implements checks to ensure electronic systems function under operational and regulatory requirements. As for an example, a central lab system undergoes validation to confirm it accurately calculates and reports biomarker results without errors. E. Decentralized trials extends compliance to remote monitoring tools and telemedicine platforms often used in decentralized trials. As for an example, for decentralized trials, data collected during remote patient consultations is encrypted and stored electronically to maintain compliance with 21 CFR Part 11. And here is a nice diagram of key components of 21 CFR Part 11. As we have here, electronic records management ensures compliance of clinical trial records, audit trails tracks changes and user actions and records, and electronic signatures provides secure validation for approvals. 3, we have here the challenges in 21 CFR Part 11 compliance. Despite of the order, we'll start A with implementation costs. As one of the challenges, small organizations might face financial and resource limitations when validating systems or hiring compliance experts. For example, a biotech startup incurs significant overhead costs when switching to a compliant document management platform. B, we have here the awareness gaps. And here, insufficient training and compliance requirements can lead to non-compliance and penalties. As for example, trial staff mistakenly omit audit trail functionality due to a lack of understanding of its critical role in traceability. And this is due to lack of awareness, of course, would happen. C, rapid technological advancements. Systems require constant updates to align with the latest technological and regulatory changes. And here, the solution could be implement periodic reviews and certification renewal programs to address evolving needs. So here, rapid technological advancements here also applies into, for instance, the regular maintenance for a system. also applies to this category. D, data management in hybrid models. Some trials still rely on a mix of paper and electronic records, as often hybrid, complicating management processes. This might complicate the management processes, the hybrid style. Solution for that: develop standardized operating procedures as of SOPs to transition fully to compliant electronic systems. And here is a nice diagram on how to address challenges in 21 CFR Part 11 compliance. As here we have the implementation costs, consider financial strategies to manage overhead costs, awareness gaps, enhance training programs to prevent non-compliance, and tech or technological advancements, establish periodic reviews for system updates. Now, the recent advancements that have been applied to address the challenges. Now, despite of the order, number one, cloud-based solutions. As we mentioned earlier in the introduction, secure cloud platforms streamline data storage and collaboration while meeting Part 11 requirements, as for example, cloud-hosted electronic trial master files, for short ETMFS, reduce manual record keeping errors and ensure access during audits. Blockchain technology, the audit trail system, creates immutable audit trails, ensuring data security and traceability. Example, blockchain systems track record changes and adaptive clinical trials for real-time evaluations across multiple sites. We have enhanced biometric authentication, as here biometric-based e-signatures, electronic signatures, add a layer of security and reduce unauthorized access risks. As for example, principal investigators or the PIs use fingerprint verification systems for signing patient consent forms. Automated risk assessments, AI systems, the artificial intelligence systems, automate risk assessments for electronic systems, reducing human errors in audits. As for an example, AI, artificial intelligence, flags sites where data validation failures recur, enabling preemptive interventions. Here we have also the e-learning platforms for staff training. Online modules provide up-to-date training on Part 11 compliance for global trial teams, as for example, certification programs, enhanced trial coordinators, understanding of validation and audit trail requirements. Here a nice diagram about the recent advancements in data management and security. As we have the automated risk assessments, automates risk assessments to reduce errors, cloud-based solutions streamlines data storage and collaboration, enhanced biometric authentication, adds security with electronic signatures, and blockchain technology ensures data security and traceability, the audit trail. Applications and practice. Now here we have the topic, and for each topic, the application example. For instance, data integrity ensures unaltered logging of adverse event AE reports. Validation, validating platforms to detect discrepancies in trial data. Audit trails tracks protocol deviations during investigator oversight. Electronic signatures or e-signatures, digitally signed informed consent forms in clinical trials. Privacy enforcement, de-identifying patient data to meet HIPAA or GDPR standards, depending on the region where the trial is. Cloud solutions, secure storage of study master files for multi-site trials, blockchain immutable tracking of patient contributions in trials, and risk-based monitoring RBM automates the detection of anomaly trends in real time. By thoroughly adhering to and leveraging the principles of 21 CFR Part 11, clinical trial organizations can enhance data reliability, maintain ethical transparency, and foster trust and efficiency in medical advancements. Now we'll come into some summary tables. Here we have the key legal standards of 21 CFR Part 11, the standard, the requirement, the example, purpose, and beneficiaries. As here, the standards, we have the record integrity, system validation, access control, digital record backup, and traceability. The other table, ethical standards embedded in 21 CFR Part 11 as ethical standard, the requirement, example, importance, and outcome achieved. As these summary tables are good summarizing what we've spoke about. Transparency, we have the participant privacy, data accountability, ethical systems usage, and inclusive access. Here we have the applications of 21 CFR Part 11 in clinical research. So the application area, the description, example, benefits, and compliance tools. So the application areas, we have electronic records management, ERM, audit trails, the electronic e-signatures, system validations, and decentralized trials. The challenges and their solutions in complying with 21 CFR Part 11, the challenge, the impact, the solution, example, and the result achieved for each. As for instance, the challenges, we have implementation costs, the solution was cost sharing or partnerships, regulatory awareness, the solution was regular training programs on Part 11, system upgrades needed, a solution scheduled system reviews and overhauls, data management issues, the solutions was the SOPs for digital and paper data workflows, cybersecurity risks, the solution was advanced encryption and access controls. Recent advancements in 21 CFR Part 11 compliance, the advancement, the function, the example, improvement achieved, and key adoption areas. As advancements, we have the cloud-based validation, blockchain integration, biometric verified electronic or e-signatures, automated risk assessments, and telemedicine integration. Now here we have the application table. As we have the scenario for each, we have the key principle applied, the key actions, the timeline, and what to watch out for. As for the scenarios, validating a new EDC, electronic data capture system, the key principle that was applied, system validation. Implementing role-based user access, the key principle applied was access control. Recording electronic informed consent, as the key principle applied was electronic signatures or e-signatures. Tracking protocol amendments, the key principle applied was record integrity. Monitoring multi-site adverse event or AE reports, the key principle applied was audit trails. Continuing for handling hybrid data, paper and electronic, both as of hybrid, the key principle applied was data management, ensuring cloud-based records compliance. Key principle applied was cloud-based compliance. Logging storage conditions of medications, audit trails as key principle applied. Safeguarding patient privacy, the key principle that was applied was participant privacy. Automating compliance risk assessments, as the key principle applied was automated risk assessments. Now we'll come into some examples or practice questions as in form of multiple choice questions, MCQs. Question 1. What is the primary purpose of 21 CFR Part 11? Is it A, to standardize paper-based record keeping, B, to regulate pharmaceutical pricing, C, to establish criteria for electronic records and signatures, D, to eliminate the need for audits in clinical trials? Basically, it's C, to establish criteria for the electronic records and electronic signatures. As of 21 CFR Part 11, sets the standards for electronic documents and signatures, ensuring their reliability, integrity, and equivalence to paper forms and handwritten signatures and regulatory submissions. Question 2. What ensures data integrity according to 21 CFR Part 11? Is it A, allowing open access to trial data? Is it B, using blockchain for immutable records? Is it C, frequent manual revisions without tracking changes? Or is it D, avoiding participant data recording? It is A, the blockchain system, using blockchain for immutable records, as blockchain technology adds robust audit trails by creating unalterable records. This ensures that trial data is trustworthy and aligns with regulatory expectations for integrity under 21 CFR Part 11. Question 3. Which of the following is a core legal standard under 21 CFR Part 11? Is it A, digitally automated participant recruitment, B, verified role-based access control for trial system, D, delegation of trial records to external non-compliant databases, or D, avoiding system validations to reduce costs? And obviously, it's B, verified role based access control for trial systems, as role based access control restricts system access to authorized personnel only. It maintains data security and integrity, aligning with the legal requirements of 21 CFR Part 11. Question 4. What is a key challenge in implementing 21 CFR Part 11 compliance? Is it A, continuous system updates necessitated by evolving technology? B, avoiding use of digital system for clinical trials? C, conducting trials without monitoring adverse events? Or D, preventing sponsor collaboration across regulatory frameworks? It is A, obviously, the continuous system updates necessitated by evolving technology. So it is A. Explanation: keeping systems compliant requires periodic upgrades and validations as technology changes. Organizations often face financial and operational challenges in this regard. And then question 5, which recent advancement enhances compliance with 21 CFR Part 11? Was it A, or is it A, exclusive reliance on handwritten consent forms? Is it B, cloud-based systems for secure document storage? C, eliminating the requirement for e-signatures? Or D, paper records replacing hybrid systems? And it is a cloud. B, cloud-based systems for secure document storage, as cloud systems validated under 21 CFR Part 11 allow secure, reliable, and scalable electronic data storage, ensuring compliance with streamlining document management processes. And here we come to the end of this session. Thank you very much and goodbye.